Before we dive in, if you believe the Commanders are building something special in 2025, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. The season hasn't even started yet, but there are already two names making serious noise. Laramie Tunsil on offense and Marshawn Lattimore on defense. Let's break it all down. Right now on Commanders HQ. When GM Adam Peters sent high-value draft capital to the Texans for Laramie Tunsil, some folks questioned the move. A 30-year-old left tackle with a big contract? Was it too much? But fast forward just a few weeks, and guess what? Tunsil hasn't played a single down yet, and it already looks like a genius move. According to Zoltan Budaj from Pro Football Focus, Tunsil ranks number 8 among all offensive tackles in the NFL. And that's not hype. It's backed by elite numbers. Tunsil earned a 92.3 pass blocking grade during his time in Houston, the best among 57 qualifying tackles. Budaj wrote, even last year, he still ranked 4th in pass blocking with an 89.1. The Commanders haven't had a true top 10 left tackle since Trent Williams. Now, they've got one again. And just in time to protect the future of the franchise, Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels was electric in his rookie season. Over 3,500 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, just 9 picks, and poise well beyond his years. And here's the kicker. He did it behind a patchwork offensive line with a rookie, Brandon Coleman, protecting his blind side. Now, he's got one of the most elite pass protectors in the league holding down the left side. This isn't just a smart move. It's a franchise-altering upgrade. Tunsil allows Daniels more time to scan the field, hit his progressions, and take deep shots, especially with new weapons like Deebo Samuel lining up in the slot. This could take Jayden from rising star to MVP-caliber quarterback in just his second season. Tunsil may have skipped voluntary OTAs, but let's be real, this guy knows how to prep for a season. He's a veteran, a 3-time Pro Bowler, and he's got something to prove. The Texans decided to move on. Tunsil didn't like that. And with a potential new contract waiting in Washington if he plays well, you better believe he's coming into 2025 with a chip on his shoulder. If he performs at the same level we've seen before, this whole line gets better, Budaj added. And the trade, it'll look like a flat-out steal. Tunsil is the kind of player who raises the standard. Not just for Daniels, but for everyone in that offensive room. While all eyes are on the offense, there's a name on defense that could swing the Commanders' entire season. Marshawn Lattimore. Pro Football Focus recently named him Washington's XFactor for 2025, and it makes total sense. The Commanders' secondary was dead last in coverage grade last year. Lattimore was supposed to fix that after being acquired mid-season. But a nagging hamstring injury limited him to just 5 games, including the playoffs. A healthy Lattimore, playing closer to his career average, would completely transform Washington's cornerback unit, PFF wrote, and they're right. If Lattimore can stay healthy, he could turn one of the team's biggest weaknesses into a strength. Lattimore may still be under contract, but don't get it twisted. There's real pressure on him to deliver this year. Washington didn't sit still this offseason. They brought in veteran Jonathan Jones, drafted Trey Amos out of Ole Miss, and signed promising undrafted corners, Fentrell Cypress III, and Robert McDaniel. That means Lattimore isn't just expected to play, he's expected to lead. He's entering his 9th year in the league, and while his Pro Bowl days in New Orleans might be behind him, the Commanders need him to be a reliable starter and locker room presence. If he falters, this secondary could stay at the bottom. If he bounces back, this defense might finally turn the corner. Adam Peters didn't just fix the offense. He's building a tough, fast, physical defense too. Alongside Lattimore and Jones, Washington drafted edge rushers like Kyman Rucker, added defensive tackle Johnny Newton, and signed proven veterans to stop the bleeding. There's depth, there's versatility, and there's urgency. This team knows what cost them close games in 2024, and they're not making the same mistakes. With a healthier Lattimore leading the secondary and a stronger pass rush up front, this defense doesn't need To be elite, just above average. That alone could push Washington into serious playoff territory. Let's take a step back. Jaden Daniels behind a revamped offensive line, featuring Laramie Tunsil. A dynamic receiver group with Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and rookie weapon Luke McCaffrey. A creative play caller in Cliff Kingsbury. And a hungry rebuilt defense featuring veterans like Marshon Lattimore and breakout candidates across the board. This isn't a rebuild anymore. It's a full-speed title pursuit. Washington reached the NFC Championship game last year with a young roster and holes at key spots. Now, the roster looks battle-ready. If the offense carries over its production, and the defense steps up, even just a notch, the Commanders could be a legit threat in the NFC, not just to win the division, but to challenge for Super Bowl LX. Let's start with the rising star of OTAs, Trey Amos, the rookie cornerback, out of Alabama, who Washington selected with the 61st overall pick, has been lighting it up at team practices. According to Bleacher Report's Brent Sobleski, Amos is already one of the 8 biggest steals of the 2025 rookie class. That's not just hype, it's being confirmed by everything coming out of Ashburn. Trey Amos's inclusion to the Commanders lineup has the chance to serve 2 purposes, Sobleski wrote. He can either complement Marshon Lattimore as a bookend, or straight up become the top outside corner depending on Lattimore's health. That's huge praise for a rookie who hasn't played a single NFL snap yet. But it doesn't stop there. Team reporter Zach Selby gave us even more detail. And Commanders fans, you're gonna like this. In one of his more impressive plays, Amos stayed upright after his feet got tangled with Michael Gallup, then jumped under a tipped pass for an interception on just the 2nd rep of the drill. Selby wrote, "That's not just a nice play. That's awareness, ball skills, and athleticism under pressure." Later in practice, Amos nearly picked off another pass while covering Luke McCaffrey, and even kept stride for stride with Deebo Samuel, one of the most physical receivers in football. This kid isn't just competing, he's making plays against starters. What makes this even more intriguing is how Amos's emergence is reshaping the secondary. His physical presence and length, he's 6.1, 197 lbs, are ideal for press coverage against bigger receivers. That frees up Mike Sainristil, who was playing outside during rookie minicamp, to move back into his more natural position in the slot. Although GM Adam Peters said Amos is an all-around cornerback, Selby added, the Commanders primarily view him as a perimeter defender, and that's exactly where he's thriving right now. If Lattimore stays healthy, and Amos continues on this trajectory, we could be looking at a lockdown cornerback duo in Washington, something we haven't had in years. You know what's even better? This isn't a case of a rookie flashing against backups. Amos is going up against veterans, and winning reps. That tells you 2 things. His college experience at Alabama prepared him well. His confidence and competitive mindset are already NFL ready. He's got months to go before the season starts, and yes, there will be growing pains. But right now, Trey Amos looks like a day 1 contributor, and maybe even more than that. Now let's shift gears and talk offense, because the next story, it's spicy. NFL analyst Jarrett Bailey from Sporting News floated a wild, but intriguing trade idea. The Commanders making a move for Bills running back James Cook. Yup, that James Cook, 3,500 plus all-purpose yards, 27 total touchdowns in just 3 seasons, and still only 25 years old. Why the buzz? Cook is entering the final year of his rookie deal, and reportedly wants to get paid like a top back. The Bills haven't extended him yet, and that's opened the door to speculation. This offseason has shown us one thing. Adam Peters is all in on building a contender now, while Jaden Daniels is still on his rookie contract. Think about it. Traded a 2nd-round pick for Laramie Tunsil brought in Deebo Samuel to reunite with Cliff Kingsbury added experience and depth all over the field. So why not take the next step and bring in an elite backfield weapon to complement Daniels? Bailey wrote, James Cook leading the way in the backfield with Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel serving as Daniels' top targets would make the Commanders even more dangerous. And it's hard to argue. A trio of Daniels, Cook, and McLaurin, that's speed, versatility, and matchup nightmares across the board. Of course, every big idea comes with complications. For starters, Washington is already short on 2026 draft capital. Their second rounder went to Houston in the Tunsil deal, and giving up their 2026 third for Cook would leave them without a day 2 pick. Second, and more importantly, Cook is going to want a contract extension immediately. Spot rack projects. Him to earn around $10.2 million per year on a 4-year deal. That would place him in the top 6 highest paid RBs in the league. For a franchise still managing the cap carefully, that's a big ask. And let's not forget, Buffalo would have to actually be willing to trade a rising star in his prime. That's far from a guarantee. Now I want to hear from you, Commanders fans. Is Laramie Tunsil already the best left tackle Washington's had since Trent Williams? And do you believe Marshawn Lattimore can bounce back and lead this secondary to redemption? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, share it with another Washington fan, and make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell on, because here at Commanders HQ, we're locked in. Every rumor, every roster move, every behind-the-scenes moment. 2025 is shaping up to be a special year, and we'll be right here for all of it.